Hello and welcome to California Up Now. My name is Claudia Iseman, and this is a show dedicated to the people and the events that make our Golden State great. Today we're talking about exercise, and our guest this morning is Mike DeLeon, and he is the president of Frontrunners. Thanks so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. Okay, it's the time of year. Everyone is stuffing their face, eating. The average American gains something like 7 pounds between Halloween and New Year's. Why is running good for you?
Running is wonderful for losing weight. It's one of the most efficient calorie burners, and it's a lot of fun. That's one of the big reasons why I joined I joined Frontrunners as an organization back in 1992. So I've been a member for a long time.
And this is one of the this San Francisco Frontrunners is the founding group. Tell us how you got started and...
Oh, okay. So the club itself was started in 1974 by a group of men initially who just wanted an alternative to the bars. And they thought this would be a great thing to do, on Saturday mornings, get together and run during the week. Get up and run, and then it's just blossomed into a huge international organization with clubs in almost all the major cities in the United States, and we have clubs in Australia, in London, in Sydney, Australia. So there's all kinds of places where you can always find Frontrunners.
Wow, and I forgot to mention it is LGBT friendly.
Yes, it is LGBT. It is an LGBT founded club. Most of the members are LGBT, but we are open to anyone coming out and joining us. So.
Okay, and briefly tell us about some of your events that you have. You have so many, which I think is great because you have a big variety of things that can pretty much accommodate the beginning runner to the advanced runner.
Yes, we have our annual gala. It's attended by about 110 people that go. We're having it at the United Irish Cultural Center.
Running shorts optional, or is it a formal affair?
Most people do dress up. They wear it's very funny sometimes because some of these guys I'm so used to seeing them on Saturdays just wearing shorts, and I get to see them like dressed up in a suit with a tie and with a jacket. So
nice.
Yeah, a lot of people do dress up. Last year we had one of our officers come in his running shorts and shirt, so just for something different. But yeah, and that's a great event. It's we offer drink tickets and wine at the tables, and it's a buffet. It's just a great deal. And we're going to have a DJ, and so I'm really looking forward to that. And then other events are like at the beginning of the year to start your year off right. We have a group of runners, about 60 of us. It's open to the club, but about 60 show up, and we go to the Golden Gate Bridge, and we run across it every year. And we've been doing that.
Just to kick the year off, kind
exactly.
of. Nice.
And rather than doing our normal runs are at 9 a.m., we do that one at 10 a.m. so you can sleep for an extra hour. So after New Year's Eve.
Great. So. And then you also have a lot of things, like you have short runs and walks around Stowe Lake.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Okay. On Saturdays, we have multiple run options. We have, for the walkers, they can do a 1 or 2 mile walk around Stowe Lake. We have a 3 mile run where you can run around the carousel, which is at the very front of the park. It's, it's a loop. We have a 4 mile run where it's kind of a trail run where you're running past the bison in Golden Gate Park. And then our 5 mile run is to the ocean and back. So you get to see the Pacific Ocean, and then you turn around and you come back to Stowe Lake. So it's just a wonderful way to have your Saturdays. And then we have Tuesday runs at the Embarcadero, Thursday in the Castro, and we have a long run on Sundays, which is a 90-minute run. Most people do about between 8 and 10 miles.
Okay, well, thanks very much for joining us. And I think Santa would love to bring all you runners a new pair of shoes for Christmas. So get on out there and lace them up. And we'll be right back with the incoming president of San Francisco Frontrunners. See you then.
Book your wedding day with us. Salon DNA, 415-956-1909.
Hello and welcome back to California Up Now. We are talking exercise and the California, or make that the San Francisco Frontrunners on our show today. With us right now is Brian Ray. Brian, you have an exciting week coming up. What's happening?
I do. So actually tonight, by the time this airs, we will be having our end of the year banquet, or gala, which our current president, Mike DeLeon, mentioned. And we'll be announcing our new incoming board. And I was running for president, so I will probably win as president. No guarantee, but most likely I will be coming in as president. So I'm looking forward to that. And we have an entire new board that will be joining, and we'll be kind of planning ahead for the next year.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do you have any particular goals in mind?
Our club has always just been a very nice, inclusive place, and I kind of want to continue that, but we really try to strive to make our membership beneficial to everybody who joins. So we'll continue a variety of activities, social events, and really, especially in like today's political climate, just make an inclusive, welcoming environment, because not every place is as welcoming as San Francisco is to LGBT people. So.
Exactly. And while we're talking about the social aspect of it, a lot of people who are new to the city, they're looking for some exercise or a way to meet people. Why is your club so good?
So I think our club, while at a fundamental element is for running, many of our members look to it as a social group. It's a close-knit community. It's really welcoming. And even a lot of them don't even run. They just come to events. And I think it's nice to have that network, especially if you're new to the city, to be able to meet upwards of 300 people. That's how many we normally have each year, paid members. So to meet around, to have that access and just meet a lot of people who share some interests, or at least running, or San Francisco, whatever type of interest, you can kind of find that and just find a friendly atmosphere. So. And
what event is your favorite in terms of running? And like, do you do Monday or Wednesday or Friday, or which one is your favorite, and what do you like about the social aspect of that?
Okay. So I think in terms of running, my favorite is probably actually Tuesdays. Tuesday we meet at the Ferry Building. It's a smaller group, so it's a little more easy to talk to people if you're brand new. On Saturdays it can be a little crazy because there might be 100 people there.
Right.
And you get to run along the ferry, along the Embarcadero, and see Fisherman's Wharf and stuff, so that's really nice. But in terms of other things, I really love the fundraising community element of our club. And as Mike mentioned, we were founded with an LGBTQ element, so we do a lot of community sponsorship and also fundraising. So our biggest event every year is the San Francisco Pride Run, and that happens the weekend of Pride in San Francisco in June. And we designate a beneficiary, which is usually a nonprofit in San Francisco or the Bay Area, to receive all of the net profits from the event. So we get anywhere upward of 500 participants each year, but it kind of staggers depending on the year. And I think this last year we raised a little over $10,000 for the charity.
Wow, that's great.
But yeah, we pick a new one each year, and it's really exciting.
That's great. So do you find San Francisco to be a runner-friendly city? And talking about the state, is there anything we could do to make it more accommodating for runners and groups like yours?
So I think that San Francisco is actually very runner-friendly in terms of terrain. It's near sea level, so you're not choking on lack of oxygen.
Right.
There's hills if you want those options. I have heard that there's not a ton of drinking fountains like spaced around, so that could be one improvement, for example. But I think California in general, because it's it's got very warm weather most of the year, or most of California does, and because it's nice and low for the most part, it's pretty runner friendly. There's always ways to motivate kids to enjoy running more, or just people to run more. One thing we're thinking of doing this next year is Couch to 5K, which is kind of a trend that's picked on, where it's basically treating you, if you're afraid of running or have never done it or just have been out of shape for a while, it's a program to let you strive for that 5K without having to jump into it right away, because I know that can be intimidating. So it's
just kind of stick your little toe in there.
Exactly. Test the water, and then you slowly go into the pool. So I think it'll be a good opportunity.
I love that. Yeah. All right. Well, everybody get out there and run. Thanks for watching California Up Now. We'll see you next week.